Okay guys, hey, let's get this week started. It's Tuesday morning. If you'll remember, I've been off for a few days. I was off, I got home about lunchtime last Thursday. Was off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Here we are Tuesday morning, and I've got all my stuff, you know, my linens and food and all loaded into my truck. Kind of done my inspection, put windshield fluid in, you know, kind of getting ready because I don't have a load, as you can see. I've sent in my ready to roll form to let Maverick know that I'm here and need a load, so I'm just waiting. It's about 7:15 a.m. You know, sometimes it's 7:30 or 8 o'clock before they get around to sending out loads in this situation. So, you know, just kind of waiting around. I've got my sheets on the bed, inspection done, I'm all good, ready to roll. Just giving you a shot of the yard. Looks like a load of drywall right here. I had a couple of guys from over here, I don't want to interrupt them or anything, but there's a training class over there in the securement bay, and there was a couple of guys that hollered at me from the door there as I was loading stuff into my car. It's probably Charles from here in North Little Rock, and Jeff from Oklahoma, I'm guessing, because they had put a little note here on my window that I just saw a few minutes ago saying they were ready for me to take them out for steak dinner. So they should be finishing up their class this week, as I remember. I'll give you a little look of the... You probably can't see inside there much, but there's a group of students working on that trailer there. You know, what they do is they have about a dozen trailers set up in there with examples of loads that Maverick hauls frequently. And, you know, they teach you how to do it and let you practice. It's a really good system, great facilities. So there's you know, there's the rest of the yard. There's the truck wash, the Maverick Driving Academy over there. It was busy when I drove in about half an hour ago. So anyway, that's what's going on. I'll update you when I know more and where I'm going. All right, folks. Well, I had to sit here about half an hour, but they just sent me a work assignment, and it's driving about an hour from here down kind of southwest to Malvern, Arkansas, to the Reynolds aluminum plant. It's been 2 or 3 months since I've been down there. We'll probably be getting a big aluminum coil, or maybe 2 coils. You never know. Usually it's just one big coil, but I have picked up multiple coils there before. So let's hit the road. I'm glad I didn't have to get another load that's been dropped here, you know, and swap trailers and all, because I've had this trailer now for about 3 or 4 weeks. It's a good trailer. I like it. Looks like the truck wash is busy over there. And this load delivers to a place called Novelis. I think that's how you pronounce it. Up in Terre Haute, Indiana, which I've been going through there a lot lately. If you remember from a recent video, it's the home of Columbia House Records. And somebody commented last week after I mentioned Columbia House Records and said that they closed up. They're in Terre Haute about 15 years ago. I guess the digital music scene just made them obsolete. Kind of like the newspaper business, unfortunately. You know, now look at the news we get now. You can't tell what's news, real news or fake news. All right, so the Maverick Driving Academy over here to the left, which you probably can't see much of at this point, is very busy. I see about a dozen folks out there working, learning, practicing. So if you're looking for a place to get your CDL and go to work with a great company, call a recruiter and talk to them. There goes an impatient driver. They're everywhere. All right, so I've got over a half a tank of fuel. I don't need to get fuel right now. It's about 7:35 a.m. Central Time. So hopefully I can get there, get loaded pretty quick before it gets super hot. Get back on the road. Just giving you a look at things, headed different direction than normal. There's the Pilot store, and just on the other side of that Pilot store is a hotel called the Galloway Inn. And they put students in there sometimes, and other hotels on down the road. All right, folks, we're approaching the Reynolds aluminum plant in Malvern, Arkansas. Just a little less than a mile from there. Hopefully they won't be too busy yet. And again, this load will go to Novelis in Terre Haute, Indiana. Last time I went to Novelis 2 or 3 months ago, they were doing a lot of work there to some of their equipment. In fact, they were having the scales, or the lift was down. All right, so we're going to turn in here. The sign says Reynolds Hot Spring Continuous Rolling. And there's a sign that says to monitor channel 16. And the way they like you to do it here is pull over to the left side. There's no other trucks in line, which is awesome, because it's only about 8:30, 8:35, still pretty early. So what I'm going to do is pull up here and call in and try to get checked in. All right, folks, so they've just called me to come on around. What they'll want me to do is make a short turn to the right here and park beside this building to the right, and then come in and get some loading documents. And then they'll probably have me get on the scale. She's already told me that it's going to weigh about 30,000 pounds, and it's loaded shotgun. And there's about 3 trucks behind me now, so starting to get a little busier. All right, so now here's the check-in building here to the right. I'm just going to pull up here to the stop sign and go in and get my paperwork. All right, folks. So I've checked in. They give me a little loading document here. and I'm going to proceed to the scale which you see up ahead. And then we'll be pulling into door 12, which I'll show you in a minute. Like I said, there's 3 or 4 trucks behind me now. So even though this coil will only weigh about 30,000 pounds, it'll be a big one. Because remember, we're picking up aluminum. So it's not as heavy. Alright, so I'm on the scale. You see that little red X there to the right? They'll change it to green here in a second after they get my weight. So I'm hoping I can get this coil covered, you know, using 1 canvas tarp and then 1 of the 4-foot drop tarps. Sometimes you can, and sometimes the coil's a little too big and you have to use a big tarp. I've got a 4-foot tarp out on the trailer right now. I'm hoping I can cover it with that, but maybe not. We'll see. I'll make that determination once I see how tall the coil is. All right, I got a green arrow now. So let's proceed. Probably won't get any footage inside the building of the loading. For one, I'm gonna have to work pretty quickly. I got a truck behind me. I'm gonna wave him around because door 12 is gonna be just here to my left. We're gonna turn right here at this railroad track. Looks like there's one truck in there already, maybe 2. But once I'm in this loading bay, I can get up on my trailer. They don't like you up on your trailer out there where I was. So once I get in here, I'll get up on my trailer and get my cradle built. Get it positioned where I want it. One thing I've learned getting loaded here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 chains crossed through the coil and then throw a couple of straps over the top. One thing I've learned is you don't want to get too close here to either side of this loading area. You want to be able to leave room so you can get your bar. And still, you may not be able to get your bar down. It's pretty tight in here. So it looks like I can't tell if there's 1 or 2 trucks up ahead of me, but either way, I'm gonna park up here and get my cradle set up. I'll get back to you. All right, folks, I'm loaded, secured, and tarped. I started to pull out and tarp outside, but the guy told me to just go ahead and stay in, and reminded me I wasn't supposed to be on my trailer once I'm out of the loading bay. So, just FYI. Woo! It's already hot, folks. Of course, it's always hot in their building because all those coils are hot. There's heat coming off the coil, so even in the winter it's hot in there. Probably cooler out here. Woo! All right, so we're gonna basically go around the building. I'm just showing you this for your information. So it turns out this coil only weighed a little over 20,000 pounds, but it's longer than usual. It was probably 6.5 feet, close to 7 feet long, but shorter than usual. So I was able to cover it with a small steel tarp for sure. So that's kind of good in a way. And what I did, and I'll show you when I get to my customer, I couldn't show you any of the loading or the securements back there because they made us tarp inside. But I basically put 2 chains through the eye of the coil and then 3 straps over the top. So it's got 5 securements, which will do up to 40,000 pounds, so it's still plenty secured. I was planning to put 4 chains through and 2 straps over the coil, but since he said it only weighed barely over 20,000 pounds, I just went with 2 chains and 3 straps just because it's so long. I thought, well, 3 straps will be better than 2. So that's an easy coil out of here. Probably the easiest coil out of here I've ever had. Now you might also, from time to time, deliver aluminum ingots to here. I've delivered ingots here at least twice. We have a place in Kentucky, and there's another place I've picked up aluminum ingots. I just can't think of where it is. If you do bring ingots, right here to the left under this covered area is one of the places where I've gotten unloaded. But also in the very back of the building, I've delivered ingots. So as you can see, we have the exit scale up here. There's a truck on it right now. So what I'll do, I'll turn my CB back on. Trying to see where this truck's going here. He's backing up. Anyway, I can see the 5th truck coming in to the lot out there. 2 Mavericks. And this truck's pulling off the scale, so let me pull on the scale, and then I gotta walk back over to the building there to the left to get my shipping documents.
Okay, green email.
Okay guys, I've stopped here at this rest area here in Haytime, Missouri. Gonna do a 30-minute break. and just gonna take a minute to show you this load. I don't think I was able to do this at the shipper, but you know, I got 3 straps over the top of the coil. This coil was let's see, 2, 4, 6, about 6.5 feet or more, you know, in the length. So pretty long coil, loaded shotgun. I got, you know, 2 cross chains going through the eye of the coil, 3 straps over the top. But that's it. Just giving you a shot of the load. And it delivers tomorrow morning in Terre Haute, Indiana. So all right, well, just wanted to show you that. Okay, good morning everybody. Wednesday morning. You know, I just started this week on Tuesday morning, but we're on 70 eastbound between Effingham and Terre Haute. Got a little over an hour to go to get to my customer. I stopped there at the Flying J in Effingham last night. Fueled up this morning. Gonna finish it off. Should get there about 8 a.m. Eastern time. You know, that's the thing, you know, as soon as you cross into Indiana on 70, you go from Central to Eastern time. So that's what's going on. And you know, we've got, I can't think of the name of it, but we've got a shipper I've picked up at several times there in the southern side of Terre Haute. That would be the easiest place to get a load from. But from Terre Haute, I've also gone down to Jeffersonville, Indiana, near Louisville. So you just never know. All right, I'll see you in Terre Haute. All right, folks, we're about half a mile to the turn off of this. We're on, I think it's North 41 here in Terre Haute, Indiana. And we're gonna make a right turn up here, a sharp right turn, and then head back on this little road you see over here by this cornfield. And then the Novelis plant we're delivering to is just a little ways up the road, about a quarter of a mile or so. All right, so we're gonna make just this big U-turn here. And the Novelis plant is gonna be up here to our left. Man, what a good looking field of corn. Don't get me going about corn again. All right, so now this is a place that we come to a lot as drivers in the Midwest region. We bring a lot of aluminum coils up here from the Reynolds aluminum plant in Malvern, Arkansas. I've been here several times. The last time I was here, maybe a couple months ago, they had done some work to the entrance and kind of, I think they'd like put in a new scale, as I remember, which was good. It worked a lot better. All right, so here's the turn in here at this yellow caution light. They got signs over here saying truck scale to the left, deliveries to the left. And you know, I just remembered there's a place right down the street here, probably not a quarter of a mile, where I picked up a load of trailer parts one time. Back in the winter, I picked up some trailer parts, delivered them up to someplace in, I think, Pennsylvania. All right, so we're gonna enter in. It says monitor channel 19. Let me call and see if I can raise them in the scale house. Come in, scale house.
Yeah, cigar house.
Incoming Maverick.
Go ahead and get on the scale.
Thank you. All right. I don't know if you could hear that, but she said, go ahead and get on the scale. And then I can see my weight up there on the digital readout. It's about 49,000. That's a light load for me.
Okay, I've got your weight. Come to the right side of the guardhouse, pull all the way through the open gate, please. Come in the guardhouse with your long pants, long sleeves, tennis shoes or boots, and paperwork.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, you probably couldn't hear that, but she said to pull on through the gate here, pull off to the right, park, put on long pants, long sleeves, shoes, boots, and come into the guard shack and check in with your paperwork. They do have overnight parking here, probably in that big lot you see straight ahead, but I've never utilized it before. All right, so let me get pulled over here, and I got to put on a long sleeve shirt. And I'll go check in and get back to you. All right. Well, she checked my paperwork. Gave me another piece of paper, I guess, to give to the unloader. Told me to come on back here to door 15. I'll show you how to get back there. She said there was no other trucks back here getting unloaded right now, so although there's at least one truck that's pulled in behind me, and as you can see there's one flatbed leaving, approaching me here. It's usually a pretty quick unload here. Okay. So we're looking for door 15, and as you kind of make this jaunt to the right here, they've got a little white sign here. It says 15 and it points to the left. And you might can see now there's two doors here to the left. Both of them are open at the moment. One of them is 16 and one of them is 15. So I'm just gonna turn to the right out here into this open lot, kind of line myself up with door 15, and then I'll get untarped and mostly unsecured. I'll probably leave a couple of straps over the top until I get backed in. I'll try to show you some of the load here in a minute. Okay, you can see I've gotten lined up with door 15 right there. And just to remind you, you know, this is what we're carrying. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my vinyl tarp off, and then I got one canvas tarp under there. Plenty of room out here to set your tarps out, roll them up. So I'm gonna get that done, and then I'll show you the securement. All right guys, just wanted to show you this real quick. I've already got my trip chain taken off, and you can see I've got one of my chains already loosened up. The binder's still over there, so I got 2 chains going through the eye, and then 3 straps over the coil. And there's my cradle. Got 2 pads, skid mat, padded edge protectors. So that's it. I got another truck waiting behind me, so let me get busy.